The Ballad of Cielo Maya Beach Tulum, or How I Was Robbed of Joy and Possibly My Stomach Lining. Oh, sweet summer child, gather round. Let me tell you the tragic tale of how Cielo Maya Beach Tulum, which sounds like a spa for angels but is, in fact, a money-sucking black hole of despair, took my innocence, my will to live, and quite literally dinner. Act I, the arrival, or, oh God, it smells like regret. I arrive, dreamy-eyed, expecting luxury, 4 stars, glowing reviews, lies, all lies. The moment I step into my room, I am assaulted. Not by a welcoming margarita, no, by the stench, a moldy damp. I was bottled in the 1980s and left to rot. Smell. The ceiling, oh darling, the ceiling is art. A Jackson Pollock of water stains, creeping like some eldritch horror. I touch the wall, it weeps. Why is this bad? Mold bad. Mold means spores. Spores mean I will cough until my soul leaves my body. Stains, water damage. Water damage. This building is held together by wishes and Elmer-esque glue. A room that smells like a wet basement. I paid $400 night to cosplay as a mushroom. I bolt. I beg to leave. They say no refunds. I weep. My driver, bless him, rescues me like a knight fleeing a dragon made of TripAdvisor lies. Act I, the culinary war crimes, or, I hope you like food poisoning. I am foolish. I think perhaps the food redeems them. Reader, no, the complimentary breakfast is a scam, like a carnival game where the prizes are sadness. Free, they say until you ask for chicken, then it asks that LLB your dignity, ma am, the eggs, rubbery, the fruit. Sadder than my love life, the coffee, you pay extra for espresso, because nothing says resort like upcharging for water. Dinner is Russian roulette, I order seafood, mistake, my stomach revolts. Food poisoning hits like a freight train of regret. I crawl to reception, they say, oops, no refund, no remorse, just hear us a sorry as empty as your bank account. Why is this bad? Undercooked food. I spent the night worshipping the porcelain throne. Bait and switch pricing. This isn't hospitality, it's highway robbery. Zero accountability. They treat guests like disposable napkins. Act I. The great slipper heist or theft, but make it boutique. They promise complimentary slippers. A lie, a fable. I ask, they laugh. That LLB 20 peasant. The electricity, also a myth. The power dies like my hope. I sit in the dark, clutching my overpriced water, 8 for Evian, because capitalism is a vampire, questioning my life choices. Why is this bad? Broken promises. They desell their grandmother's soul for a peso. No electricity. I paid to live in a cave. Extortionate pricing. This isn't a hotel, it's a hostage situation. Act IV, the massacre at the massage parlor, or how I lost 284 and my will to trust. I book a massage. Only 100, they chirp, lies, they finish, then ambush me. Actually, it's 284, I gasp. Why? They shrug, because FKU, that's why. The masseuse looks ashamed, the receptionist smirking. I pay, I weep. Why is this bad? Scamming guests. They ray not a business, they ray a crime syndicate. The reality of businesses near Cielo Maya Beach Tulum. The businesses near Cielo Maya Beach Tulum, they are not what you hope for, not even close. If you imagine a place where service is warm, prices are fair, and meals are memorable, erase that thought. Here, the reality is a parade of overpriced mediocrity, aggressive upselling, and experiences that leave you questioning your choices. Let's start with the restaurants. Dining near Cielo Maya Beach Tulum feels like stepping into a carefully orchestrated scam. The staff, they hover like vultures, waiting to snatch plates before you've finished, refill water you didn't ask for, then charge you 12 a bottle, and argue about tips as if gratitude is a hostage negotiation. Take Rosa Negra. A place where the word hospitality goes to die. Reviews describe servers who treat your table like a crime scene. No coaster, immediate intervention. Sharing a dish, the fork vanishes mid-bite. And the tipping. A manager once demanded 25, arguing with guests until they surrendered. The food, some say it's edible, others compare the short rib to a mystery meat experiment. Then there's ARCA, where the only thing sharper than the prices is the indifference of the staff. A Michelin-starred claim with the warmth of a tax audit. Diners report chaotic service, dishes arriving in a jumbled mess, allergens ignored, peanuts hidden in sauces, because why not? And a manager who watches complaints unfold like a spectator sport. One guest found a cricket in their Wagyu tostada. Another paid $200 for a birthday meal so acidic it could strip paint. Beach clubs. Taboo is less a paradise, more a sensory assault. The music is loud, the drug dealers are louder, and the luxury experience includes stained mattresses, dirty pools, and mandatory tips tacked onto prepaid bills. Guests describe being harassed by vendors, children included, while staff roll their eyes at complaints. The food, salty, overpriced, and served with a side of indifference. And the bars. Batey Mojito Bar is where cocktails go to lose their alcohol. Patrons report watered-down drinks, servers smoking over food, and a cash-only policy that feels like a trap. One visitor believes they were drugged. Others simply left, confused why a mojito tasted like mint-flavored sadness. What does this tell us? The businesses near Cielo Maya Beach Tulum operate on a simple formula: charge premium prices, deliver subpar experiences, and wear down guests until they stop complaining. It's not all bad. Some find the bread at Rosa Negra decent or the ambience at Arca pretty, but these are crumbs of comfort in a meal of disappointment. So, traveler, beware. If you stay near Cielo Maya Beach Tulum, brace yourself. Bring patience, extra pesos, and a willingness to walk away. Because here, the only thing more predictable than the high prices is the letdown that follows. Oh my goodness, I was looking into crimes near Cielo Maya Beach Tulum, and I was so shocked by what I found. It's like this beautiful area, and then you have these awful businesses taking advantage of tourists. Have you ever walked into a beachfront restaurant and you're so excited to try some tacos and a drink? Yeah, me too. But apparently some restaurants near Cielo Maya Beach Tulum are super shady. They'll charge you 10 times the price, and then when you complain, they'll be like, oh, the menu is just a suggestion. Can you believe that? I would be so angry. The tourist in this story paid the bill, but they were so upset that they posted a video on social media showing the receipt and the menu. I'm guessing they were never going back to that restaurant again. And the owner, oh my goodness, they just said some rude things about tourists always wanting discounts. How could you? And then there are health food stores near Cielo Maya Beach Tulum that are selling fake organic products. Can you imagine buying something that's supposed to be good for you, and then it's just regular stuff from a big box store? The store owner was buying bulk items from Kank N and repackaging them with fake labels. I'm guessing the tourists who bought those products were so disappointed and maybe even felt sick from eating something that wasn't what they thought it was. And the store owner, oh my goodness, they just got fined, but they didn't even get arrested. What's the point of that? When you're on vacation, you want to buy a few souvenirs, right? But near Cielo Maya Beach Tulum, there are electronics stores that are total scams. They'll quote you one price, and then when you pay, the receipt will show a totally different price. A German tourist went to buy a phone charger and the store owner quoted 300 pesos, but then the receipt showed 1,200 pesos. Can you believe that? I'm guessing the tourist was so frustrated and maybe even cried about it. The store had no price tags visible, and multiple tourists reported the same thing happening to them. How could you do that to people? And jewelry stores near Cielo Maya Beach Tulum, oh my goodness, they're selling fake Mayan artifacts to tourists. Who doesn't want a pretty necklace, right? But if it's not even authentic, that's just so wrong. A French tourist bought a necklace for 3,000 pesos, and then they found out it was just a mass-produced item from China. I'm guessing they were so sad and felt ripped off. The store owner wouldn't even refund the money, saying all sales are final. What kind of business is that? And oh my goodness, convenience stores near Cielo Maya Beach Tulum are so overpriced. A US tourist went to buy some water and snacks, and the total came to 800 pesos. That's just crazy. When they complained, the cashier said, oh, the prices are higher for foreigners. Can you believe that? I'm guessing the tourist was so angry and maybe even didn't buy anything else. And the store, oh my goodness, it had no visible price tags, and multiple tourists reported the same thing happening to them. How could you? And finally, there are grocery stores near Cielo Maya Beach Tulum that are selling expired food to tourists. Like, can you imagine eating a sandwich and then getting sick? A British tourist reported getting ill after eating a sandwich from one of these stores. I'm guessing they were like so scared and maybe even had to go to the hospital. The store owner was fined, but they didn't even get arrested. Like, what's the point of that? Of that. 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 Of that.